showtime! Woo! 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 Silent and profiling. Woo! It's live and in color. Woo! Welcome to the AFC Shakedown on the Mafia Sports Report. I'm your host, Tommy, and joining me is Trevor and Juan from Sports Dynasty Podcast. And if you haven't subscribed already to Sports Dynasty Podcast, I suggest you do so. Guys, we are missing Captain D. Unfortunately, he got caught up in what we call a massive hurricane, Hurricane Ian. He lives in Cape Coral, where it was pretty bad. So unfortunately, Captain D can't join us today. Thoughts and prayers go out to Captain D. Luckily, he made it out of there. It wasn't so bad, his house, but he has some stuff he has to do here before he can come back on the podcast. So that's why Captain D is not here. But Trevor and Juan, as usual, are here. What's going on, guys?
Pretty good. You know, shout out prayers to everybody affected by Hurricane Ian. You know, us and prayers. A few people I know out there that's out there, so shout out to them and pray that everything's okay. But I'm pretty good.
All right, Juan, how you doing, my brother?
Okay.
I don't know about that. That definitely doesn't sound good. And we will get into it. And I have a feeling I know why. But let's get into the week 3 recap real quick. We're going to start off with the Bengals and Jets. Let's start off with question mark first, Jets. Any thoughts on your Jets team on that loss to the Bengals 27-12? Any thoughts? No. Okay, so let's move it on to Trevor and Juan. Trevor and Juan, Bengals versus Jets 27-12.
I thought you had something prepared. I was getting ready.
No, just I should have had crickets.
So I thought something was coming.
I should have had something, right? A boo or something, or let's see. And gas. Okay. All right, go ahead.
To be 100% honest, I didn't really watch this game because
keeping it 100.
Yeah, so many other games were going on that required our attention, including a game we're going to talk about probably right after this. So I don't care because I think we kind of saw what happened coming at the end of the day.
Yeah,
it's the Jets at the end of the day, and Cincinnati apparently is not Cleveland Browns, and their defense is somehow kind of competent, so they won't allow a chokage like that to happen. There's nothing much to say. The Jets are the Jets, and they will have a quarterback change tomorrow. So excited.
They will. They will. And as I predicted, when we had somebody on here that was a Jets guy, who was very optimistic, and I told him the schedule was not very favorable, especially for a young developing team without their rookie quarterback, second-year quarterback, and Zach Wilson, who I really am not even a believer in anyways. They are now 1-2. They're probably going to lose again. And just as I predicted, have a bad start to the season, and probably a bad season. They actually got very lucky. Week 2 was their win, I believe. Yeah. Very, very lucky win against a Browns team that, of course, if you're going to get a win like that, it's going to be against the Browns. So, like,
yeah.
Like, of course, the Browns were like, so yeah, the Jets should be 0-3. Let's be real here, but they're not. They're 1-2. Flacco, 2 interceptions, 285. He actually hasn't been playing terribly. I got to admit, I was a little surprised.
Like every passing stat because he's thrown like 50 times every game.
Like wild, man. Yeah, but I it's going to be interesting to see when Zach Wilson returns, which is this weekend. I think it's going to be worse, in my opinion. I think it's I think the players were actually getting kind of comfortable with Flacco. He was getting a little of a connection going. And Zach Wilson coming off rusty. He wasn't really good last year. I don't know. Good luck, Jets. Good luck, question mark. Good luck, question mark, fan down there, bottom left corner. You'll just remain silent for the rest of the season, I guess. All I have is the trash bag, man, and you're quiet. So, anyways, that's good enough. So let's move on, and we will go to the Ravens and Patriots. Ravens won 37-26. It was a close game for a little bit. I was watching, I think I turned it to Red Zone, or I was just watching the score updates at that time when I was watching the Bills game, guys. I think it was the same time, 1 o'clock, correct? You guys had a 1 o'clock game? So I think they were showing us like, you guys going back and forth for a minute. It was Patriots up, Ravens up, Patriots up. So you guys talk to me about that game since you guys watched it in full.
I feel that New England had outplayed Baltimore for at least 2 3/4 of the game, almost to the end of the third quarter, until Matt Jones forgot how to play football, and then obviously we hope the best for him. Hope he gets back soon. But he was horrible. He was dreadful. He was terrible, especially in that fourth quarter. 3 straight turnovers by him, and it was just really bad. It just took away from a decent defensive effort by New England, but just killed us. A lot of drives that was promising was just killed by Matt Jones. It was terrible. Especially since I was going against the worst pass defense in the league. That's it. The good thing to see was Devontae Parker was doing his thing.
He's apparently not so trash. He can actually beat that defense. So I guess that's good. I don't know if that's good or not.
Moving to change and everything. Everything like that. But Matt Jones was terrible.
There's a light at the end of the tunnel is what you're saying? Possibly with Parker?
No light. We're just saying that everyone has that one breakout game. It happens every year.
Breakout means you're going to do more in the future. So it's not a breakout game.
Just one of those easy games. One of those games that just everybody's clearly surprised at.
Right opponent to shine.
Right opponent, yeah.
Okay. Ridiculous. So I didn't know, since Halloween is literally 30 days from now, right?
Correct.
It is.
So Halloween was 37, 38 days a week ago, right? I didn't know that Mac Jones was really trying to do his darndest to dress up as Carson Wentz, because basically the fluff I saw last week, because it was the biggest roller coaster I've seen since King the Ka in Stink Flag, because he will play well, he will make plays with his legs, he will go ahead and continue drives, and then he will heave a throw right into the end zone for an interception. Then he will make some more plays go down the field, and then he will throw it straight to a linebacker. And he'll make more plays, then he'll just heave it to another cornerback, and then get his ankle broken right around the same time. That is the biggest Carson Wentz game I've ever seen from someone not named Carson Wentz. But here's Carson Wentz. He's not very good for a reason.
Yes.
Therefore, Mac Jones has been so damn bad the last 3 games. It's so discouraging. I didn't want to be right on draft day, but now my prediction is going higher and higher since draft day when I say he ain't going to be nothing. So that's that. Now, it doesn't help that 2 receivers want to be fumbling too, in Aguilar and Kendrick Bourne. That doesn't help. Bourne didn't lose it. The game was already over at that point. So that sucks. And again, like Trevor said, it wasted a decent defensive effort because Lamar Jackson's on a mission for his money. So he ain't a top 5 player in the league right now. And they tried their hardest, and they had him so many times, but Lamar and there's evade and throw. He did a nice fadeaway pass to Mark Andrews. I think that was their second touchdown.
Yeah.
And then the Rashad Bateman on the right corner of the end zone, their first touchdown was absolutely sensational, albeit with a bad corner in Miles Bryant, which I don't understand why he's in the team, but that's a different discussion for another day. Maybe we'll talk about it during the awards. But overall, the defense was, I would give it about a B+ grade, because they did what they did well, I think. At least, again, like you said, for the first 2.5-ish quarters or whatever, but when your offense starts to put them in bad positions in the second half, those turnovers, those quick 3 and outs, the 4th down that they failed, I think that was the first half though, but that 4th down they failed when they should have took their 3. is what's the defense supposed to do in situations like that when you get set up for failure at the end of the day. So Scott, there's a big hurricane in Florida and he got hit, but he's fine and his home is fine, and Captain D will be here next week. I hope. We all hope. So
yeah, we do.
Yeah.
What was I gonna tell you? Oh yeah. So real quick, let me go to the chat actually, because I wanted to say what's going on to Mike. Appreciate you coming in, and Scott, of course, man. Appreciate you always. Captain D not here, and we are. I don't know if you're aware, Joe. I'm calling him Joe. Scott, that there is no more Joe to the show.
Who's that?
Yeah, no Joe, no show, no. And we just it is what it is. So we are now back. We are back to the regulars, the best. We are the best. So it is what it is. We're back to the trash bag man, Scott Blakely, and that's unfortunate. Anyway. Yeah. So it's all good. All good. Let's see here. Scott coming in. Tommy dressed Mike with the Jets uniform. Yeah, that would be funny. And like put a paper bag over his head. That would be good. But I don't think you want to do that. So yeah, that game was crazy. So you guys lose Mac Jones with a high ankle sprain. More than likely, those are kind of rough to come back from. So he'll probably, if I had to guess, 2 to 3 weeks. I mean, depending on.
I've had before. It's bad. Yeah.
We still haven't got Ed Oliver back. That's what he had week 1. He's still not back. So, it depends on how bad it is, but I would not expect him for at least a couple weeks on the minimum. And who do you guys got? Hoyer as your backup? Been around forever.
Yeah, the season's over.
Like
Hoyer.
Yeah,
as some Patriot fans call him, Hoyer the Destroyer. Oh God.
Destroyer of us. This is gonna fuck up our team.
Yeah, he's terrible.
I actually thought this game was gonna be lower scoring. Remember we had, I don't know what your prediction was last week, but I had predicted like I think 24-21 or something like that. I didn't think you guys would be in the high 20s and them in the 30.
I had like an epiphany the next day, and I just knew. I think the over and under for betting was like 45.5, I think, and I knew we were going to go over that the next day, and I bet on that. Yes, but yes, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
I said the same thing as you though last week.
Yeah, I thought it would. I thought that Belichick was going to bring that defense, being at home too. I think you guys are at home at that game. I thought it would just be, maybe in the mid-20s, but it is what it is. 37-26. You guys lost. What is it? What is that? 1-2? You guys started off the season right now, 1-2. Yep. Not good. Tough to get out of that hole, but it's still possible. I know last year you guys were in a 1-2 hole, correct?
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken. 1-3. So, I mean, anything is possible, but now no Mac Jones. You also got terrible offensive coordinator and the guy that puts the pencil in
that son of a bitch,
ear. And that's probably the writing on the wall, possibly, when he came there.
No, it is. I appreciate you being nice about it, though.
Yeah, man. Listen, I know how it is. I've been down that road before with bad OCs, bad coaches. It's he's one of the bad ones, man. So let's get to the Bills Dolphins. Unfortunately, guys, we lost 21-19. We had a ton of injuries, and I'm not going to use that as a total excuse. However, we still should have won. We dominated the game.
Yeah,
I'll start with you, Trevor, one, because I know you want to. I don't.
Y'all let everything. Like you look at a box score and advanced template, everything you can put a stat on. The Bills let it. How the hell did you guys lose that game? Like I can't comprehend it.
I mean, I know why. I know how. I mean, I'll tell you how. We lost because
to know that, because just take the floor.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was simple. So just like you said, we won. We were double in passing. I believe we had 400 to their 180 something. We had 130 rushing yards to their 45. We had time of possession 40 minutes to 20. I think we doubled. Yeah. Turnovers, I believe, were even. I think I have to go look.
You guys fumbled like 3 or 4 times, but you only lost 1. So that's
right. Which was an important one. So that's what I was going to get to. So the play calling on that second drive, it really kind of did not help us, obviously, because we stopped them. We probably would have went down and scored and went up at least 10-0 at that point. Instead, I don't understand why Dorsey ran Moss twice in a row and then went to go pass on third down, an obvious passing down, and then we fumbled at like the 4. It was an easy touchdown for the Dolphins. That was a give me. And then really, honestly, bro, at the end of the day, the Dolphins made bigger plays when they were needed, and we did not. You know, that like let's be real. Like, the time management was bad, right? We were missing our center. You saw at the end of the first half, we could have scored a field goal or at least attempted one, and it fell to the ground because the center is he's not bad, but he's a backup, and that's what happens, right? And then boom, there goes that play. So now we take 3 off the board right there. The end of this, obviously, you saw what happened at the end. Mm-hmm. You know, McKenzie probably should have ran forward instead of the side. Mm-hmm. And I would have much rather a long field goal. And if we miss it, we miss it. But it is what it is. And then, honestly, man, I think the Dolphins are so slick with the heat, with the
yes, that's what I was hoping you'd get to. If that made a difference, you guys look so
I had no idea that they did that. Like, that's slick, man. I'm from South Florida. I know the humidity there. And if you're sitting there chilling for hours under no shade, bro, that is so, like, you don't understand how those guys were done, dude. You saw guys going down left and right, man. We were losing, like, it was like I felt like I was watching a war movie. Guys are just they couldn't take it. Josh Allen threw 63 times. The offense was out there. I think they said something crazy like 90%, 90 snaps, 90 plays, 93 plays.
Yeah.
I mean, wild, bro. So I felt like the defense did their job except for one play. 3rd and 22. I don't understand why Frazier loves not sending somebody. We sent 3. It makes no sense. And of course, you give up a big play when you send 3. Send a linebacker in. Send somebody in to put pressure on 2 at that point. And that's why we lost. Honestly, guys, though, it is what it is. It's not all excuses. The Dolphins did what they had to do. They beat us. But I can't wait to play them again. I cannot wait to play them again in Buffalo when our teams are healthy. Because it's going to be a totally different story. But yeah, I mean, so what do you feel about that? I'm just curious. What's your thoughts about the stadium, how they do the stadium with the shading?
Well, I know that Seattle built their stadium to keep in the sound because they were like really prideful on the loud noise, so it will mess up for an advantage. I mean, I guess that's football in a sense. Like, there's other stadiums that are built for stuff like that. I forget which stadium is built for like windy conditions too. I don't remember which one. I heard that somewhere. I can't put my finger on which stadium though. But like, they literally will build it just to give their team any type of nature advantage. And I don't hate it. It's cool. It's so smart. It is what it is. Like,
yeah, that's what you gotta do, man. I'm torn on it.
What can we say, right?
So. Yeah, I'm torn on it. I understand both sides. Because, like I said, I'm from there. And, like, if you're, like, that's almost like you're putting someone in harm, though. Like, you know, like, bro, those, like, heat exhaustion could kill you, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not even joking. Like, there's been players that died in college from heat exhaustion in high school. You know, like, football, very rare that happens because they got guys there constantly putting IVs in you. But I've never seen anything like that. And like I said, I'm from Florida. So, and Scott coming in with a super chat. Thank you so much, Scott. And he's saying, okay, let's talk about player safety, which
we will.
That's what I was getting to. 120 degrees on the field for a visiting team is I don't know, fine. No effing heaters for Miami. BS. So, you know, it sucks. It's December. We'll see how the weather is. You know how Buffalo is. It may not even snow. Yeah. It means nothing. But it is true. It's weird because what if it's snowing like crazy, cold, and we have like this nice little blocker, like, you know, we don't get a snowed on, or we're allowed to use shovels on only when we have the ball to clear the field. I don't know. Like, and that's, to be honest with you, that's not even player safety. That's just more of an advantage. I don't even know if that's an advantage more than just trying to hurt your opponent, like physically by the sun and heat exhaustion. Like, that's I don't know. That's where I'm torn. You get what I'm saying? Because that's not really like a wind advantage. Like, okay, you know what I mean? Like windy on one side, whatever. Like you got to switch ball sides anyways. You know what I mean? You're talking about a different opponent's bench. Had nothing to do with like, you know what I mean? Because they both were all playing in the heat once they got in the middle of the field. It's about sitting and baking in like, you know, humid, bad conditions with pads, you know, football. So I don't know, man. They may change that in the future. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. Because I'll tell you what will happen is possibly, and I could see it, as a player going down to the hospital, something bad happening. And then you're going to hear it all. You're going to hear it all
the last
over
2 weeks.
Yeah. Because watch, if that happened, oh my God, dude, I promise you, that would be all over national media. I swear to God, if that happened, if a player got really fucked up, excuse my language, like, or went to the, like, something terrible happened, they would be definitely, I'll promise you the Dolphins would have wind up putting some kind of thing on the visiting bench. There's no way to keep it up. They couldn't. I don't think the NFL will allow it if a player died or something bad happened. But it is what it is. Like I said, I'm torn on it. I kind of get it, but I kind of don't. Moving on, I do want to talk about something that happened in that game, and I know you guys want to get to it too. Oh yeah, that is Scott saying switch by after half. Nah, F that. I think it's going to take like I said, it's going to take a player getting really, really sick or going to the hospital for them to do anything. They won't do shit until then. It's not going to happen. I just know. NFL will never step in until a player gets hurt or injured like really bad over negligence. And that could be it. I don't know. We'll see when that time comes, but we made it through the battle. And yeah, wow. Anyway, so I want to get on Tua. So did you guys see the Tua? By the way, that late hit, it was 50-50, by the way. I've seen that a million times and not get called. It was a push. I understand the call, but I also I've seen refs not throw that flag. But whatever. So he pushed him. I didn't think it was malicious. And it kind of looked like Tua just kind of lost his balance, fell back, which I've seen a million times, and hit his head on the field.
Yep.
What do you guys feel about that? You know what the Dolphins said, right? After halftime when he came back. The back and ankle injury. Total bullshit,
they
correct?
Reported head injury first, but all of a sudden it magically turned into a back injury.
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw that live, I'm like, oh, so he's done. Oh, so you guys won. That's the first thing I said. I said, all right, he's done.
Yeah,
there's no way they're going to lose the game.
Oh,
then I hear, then I basically stopped paying attention to your game for a little while. I assumed he's gone. So I'm like, they're going to beat the shit out of Teddy Bridgewater or whatever. And then I'm watching our game and the Detroit game and all that. And then I hear one of our friends like, yo, Tua's back. I'm like, wait, what? Excuse me? He's playing with a concussion? I'm like, this is crazy. All right, no problem. And then fast forward to a few days ago, and then, yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, dude, when I watched that game, I've been like, dude, I'm big into boxing, like big time, watch boxing my whole life. And obviously football too. I know a damn concussion. I know when a guy gets up and when he's not there. Like, in the very first thing, which was I saw, bro, I swear to God, I didn't need a replay. When he went like got up and did like this and shook his head, that's a classic sign of like a boxer getting knocked down, like trying to get the cobwebs out. That is super. That's it right there. You are out of it. You are not there. You're trying to get your thoughts together. Very first thing he did, I'm like, oh, he's fucked up. Like I'm like, damn, this dude. And then when he got up and he did this, and bro, he was walking the drunk walk. That is not bad. I've had back problems. Usually, if you have a really bad back, you'll either fall to the ground and you can't get up like at all, and you will grab at your back, or you will stiffen up, tighten up, and you will just stay there. He didn't grab his back once, not once.
Nope.
Then when he stumbled and fell and he got back up, he still couldn't walk right. He grabbed his head again, right? Did this. Clear. That's not your back or ankle. Clearly there's something fucked up. He's leaning on his offensive lineman, right? He clearly can't walk.
They had to carry him out for a bit. Yeah.
They had to carry him out, right? So, bro. Oh, by the way, today they fired the doctor.
That totally makes everything better. Yeah.
He fired the doctor.
Yeah.
So if you guys don't know, now you know. And it wasn't the doctor of the Dolphins. It was the NFL doctor that they have on the side, the second opinion doctor. Total bullshit, by the way. So you know what happened. I'll tell you what happened. Tua went in. They all knew it was a head injury. he bullshitted him and said it was back, which he did get his back hurt early in the game, but not to do that. And I bet you they'd even ask him about his head. He probably just said my back was hurting. I fell to the ground because I couldn't with the pain. And they probably didn't even examine him because he said it was his back, and then he went right back out. But then I questioned.
I heard a story from I think it was Emmanuel Acho that he's gotten concussed before. So what they do in the test, they just ask simple questions like, where are you? What day is it? What are you doing? All that. And they'll just ask those questions. And that's the concussion protocol questions. So he passed it because all he had to do was guess.
Basic.
And then he got in, right?
Yeah.
Then he said on his drive home after the game, he forgot where he lived. He said he was in his block, but forgot what his house was.
Is that a report coming out?
That's what Emmanuel Acho, he said what happened to him. Personally.
Emmanuel. Okay, I got you. Which makes sense. Yeah, because sometimes it could hit you later, even stronger, right? Because you got a brain injury. But dude, man, I'm telling you, man. So, when he came back, I was shocked, dude, because I'm like, bro, this guy. Like, I remember Josh Allen going out of the Patriots game a few years back, and he wasn't that bad.
2019, I remember.
But he never returned. He returned the following week, but I remember they kept him out. But my thing is this: with the technology they got today, first of all, damn well the coach saw exactly what happened, right? Live. There's no way you can mistake that for a back. And even if you did, you're telling me with all the technology they got at halftime, this wasn't even the first quarter. They had plenty of time to look at the video and go, I don't know, bro. Like, you don't look right. Something's that. I don't know, man. Like, everything we all saw on TV. You're telling me that all the tablets they got, they couldn't. There's no way. They for sure saw it. They just were trusting in him. Yeah, they questioned him, a couple questions, and they were just like, yeah, he's good. And then Thursday, 4 days later, by the way, concussions, you're not even supposed to play for like 10 days, they say. 7 to 10, 7 minimum NFL rule. But 10 is really supposed to be what you need for your brain to recover. And the guy, I forget his name, guys, Christopher Nowinski, he's like some kind of doctor for head surgery, for trauma or whatever. Forget what the term is, but a neurologist or something like that. Yeah, he came out and said, look, Tua shouldn't be playing, and I have a bad feeling this dude's going to wind up getting concussion again because there's a thing called second impact syndrome. And it's basically if you have a concussion, and it's a lot easier if you haven't had the rest for your brain to get another concussion, like a lot easier. And it could be deadly. Like that messed up. Boom. You saw what happened Thursday. I didn't even think it was that bad. It really wasn't. It was more of a whiplash.
The first one at his house. None.
Yeah, it was more like whiplash, right? Mm-hmm. Like I get it, but that might have not have taken that bad of an effect if it wasn't for the last week, 4 days earlier. Mm-hmm. He may have been a little out of it, but maybe not like where he's throwing up gang signs. You know what I mean? Like he was done, dude. Like he was done. And then what's really alarming is the coach saying it's not that big of a deal if it's a concussion. Like, thank God it's only a concussion. Bro, that wasn't even a regular concussion. Your dude, like, that was the worst that a lot of people has ever seen in a football game on concussion level.
And do they not know that a concussion is not a headache? It's not the same thing. I hope they realize that.
And this guy's, you figure he would know. He's not like an old school. Like, I would expect that from like a Buddy Ryan, a Mike Ditka. Like, it's a concussion. Who cares? You get out there and play football. You know, like, this is a younger coach. You think he would know, right? He's up to date, up to speed on player health. And then the hospital lets him fly in an airplane.
That don't put pressure on him at all, right? Nothing at all.
What are you
insane, dude?
When you don't even play for 10 days, you couldn't keep him one night in the hospital just to observe him, right? No. So, bro, I don't know what the hell is going on. Why the Dolphins wouldn't even recommend, like, even if Tua's like, bro, I want to come, I don't want to stay here the night. The Dolphins, after especially what happened on Sunday, they know the heat is coming on. They should have been like 2 minutes in your bed. We think you should stay one night. We'll send a private plane. We'll pick you up.
Keep your ass in the hospital. That's all they have.
Yeah,
to say.
that's it. They're
That's
right.
it.
If they truly cared, you know what I mean? Instead, he's riding an airplane, watching MacGruber. I mean, like that's the report that came out. Triggs coming in. Also, it don't help when you play on turf. Yeah, so that's another day. That's another big conversation about the turf lately. I think Von Miller was on Pat McAfee, and they were talking about grass and turf, and they were saying, man, like they should got to go to grass. They had I am surprised that they haven't gone. What do you guys feel about the grass and turf thing? You think they should NFL should just mandate it? Go to
injury. It's funny because this specific season, it's week 4 coming up, right? Or it is week 4 now because of what happened on Thursday. Like, how this? Am I crazy or there's more injuries than usual? Am I crazy? Because
we got 16 of them.
Yeah, you see, they're right, and one team, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, you see, every person's got to check the injury reports every Saturday, and you just see loads of names, and then you see lingering ones too. And there's a decent amount. And I think last season, if I'm not mistaken, there was an abnormal amount of leg injuries, lower body injuries too. So they can't put 2 and 2 together. I think if it's going to keep these guys safe, why not change everything to grass? Why not? Y'all make so much money. Just do it. Like, it makes no sense.
I honestly don't. And I think he was saying, Von Miller, that soccer went all grass. So even if they come here, they'll put grass over the turf to make it better for them, their legs and stuff. But yeah, look at that, bro.
That's just you guys.
That's not even counting the guys that are gone for the season. Micah Hyde.
Yeah, no IR, exactly. We could talk about Tampa's injury report, which is just as big as yours. Baltimore's was just as big as yours. New England's is almost as big as yours. And there's another team that's crazy with it too. There's a lot of teams that have a whole.
And look at that. A lot of these
hurt.
Yeah, a lot of these are ankle and leg. If you see that,
right?
Knees. A lot of them, bro. Like Gabe Davis got hurt in practice, bro. Like, now that was on grass, though. We have a grass practice, so I'm not going to blame the turf there, but it just sucks. It's a lot of hamstring issues, ankle, knee. Yeah. And Von Miller was also saying, like, he's like, bro, like, it may feel the same, right? They make it try to feel the same, but when you're done, he's like, bro, I swear to God, like, recovering, like, then you hurt so much more the next day. Like, you feel it in your knees and your feet, like, compared to grass. You know what I mean? It's just a total. He's like, man, I don't know what it is, but, like, and it's true, man. It is totally true. Yeah. Especially think about ankle injuries or leg. When you go to cut, even if your ankle gives, you're still going to slide a little bit because you're in grass or whatever. With turf, you're done. You ain't no slide, bro. You're in it. So, yeah, man. Scott coming in. Is it me or McDaniel is a freaking fraud? The new NFL darling can't form a sentence, and I understand nothing that comes out of his mouth. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys? What's your vibe on McDaniel, man? He's a little. I don't know, man. He's a weird kind of dude. He's not saying the best things. He seems like he's a good coach. He could be, but he has a lot to learn, man. Seems like he's just like, or maybe winning is more important than player health, and he's lying. I don't know. I have no idea. And I could care. Listen, and of course, I'm sure if we had Dolphin fans, they'd be like, oh, you just don't want to come back and kick your ass. Like, look at the stats. It's not like he did anything. It wouldn't have mattered. Like, him coming back did not make the difference in that game. It didn't. I don't think. Not on offense. We should have won. We fucked up. But anyways, so it's just, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do, but how long? The real question is now that I go to about Tua is, what do you think McDaniel and the Dolphins do about his return? Like, are they going to actually roll the dice and make him come back early? Like, you know what I mean? Like, or are they going to play it safe and keep him out a couple weeks? You get what I'm saying? Like, I almost feel like they're going to rush him back, and they're not going to care what anyone thinks.
I agree. Which is proving my point. I'm going to have a really fun time with this Rams week. Like, this entire conversation, I was quiet because I'm trying my best. I'm saving it because I don't want to blow my gasket.
No, I don't blame you. I'm Say. All right, say. We'll save it. So we're done with the Tua thing until later, because I know Trevor has something to say. So we will get into our awards for the week, and let me pull that up, guys. So let's get the Boo This Man.
Boo this man!
All right, so since we don't have Dolphins or Jets here, I guess we'll skip that. So we'll go to Trevor and Juan on your game. Boo This Man of the week, Trevor.
Matt Jones. He's my Buddhist man this week. Just a lot of promising drives that he killed due to poor vision, just not being smart with the football. He's turning the football over at an alarming rate. It's just bad. You can't do that. 3 of those interceptions he threw, he was trying to find Devontae Parker when he's double covered. Why? I know he had a great game.
I think every interception he threw like 6, I think, for the year. All of them was targeting Devontae Parker. It was 5.
And
all of them were targeting
Parker. Yes. So it is.
It's Scott coming in asking if you guys are tired. Where's the spice? Now, is this Mac Jones draining you guys, or is it the Patriots? What happened here? He wants to know: are the Patriots physically draining you, or is it Mac Jones? What's going on? Is it Patricia?
It's
this team sucks.
It's everything going on right now, man. Everything going on.
Juan is not a happy camper. Trevor and Juan are not happy Patriot campers right now. But maybe their tune changes if they go on this winning streak like last year. Huh, fellas?
Unless that fat bastard goes out of the team, it is impossible.
No,
it's not possible.
I'm trying, Scott. I'm trying to give him motivation. All right.
Scott, it's coming. It's coming, all right.
It's coming. Who you got, Juan? Boo this man.
It will be Mac Jones, but you already said it. So I'm gonna continue my weekly. I said Patricia's every week, right? Yes. There you go. Every week.
Every week. Hey, I don't blame you. I love that. Mine is I'm gonna go with McKenzie, guys. I love the dude, but come on, man. You know the time, right? Like, I'm sure they talked about it. There was no way matter of fact, when you caught the ball and you went sideways, you went backwards initially. So even if you kept going to the side, which you would have made it, you would have been out at the 49. It would have been like a terrible. You caught the ball at like the 47. You could have got with his speed, guys. He could have got at least, let's say, minimum 4 or 5 yards, minimum. Okay, cool. You would have had enough time to spike the ball. It would have been like a 60-yard field goal. I would have took that. We have a big kick. We have a big leg kicker. I would have took that. Instead, he ran to the side backwards.
Yeah, he danced a little bit.
And then he realized he ran backwards, I think. And then he tried to get back upfield. And then he handed the ball to the ref instead of running back with the ball to the middle. Like he really messed up. And that's a lesson learned. I mean, he's not a bad player. I think, bro, a lot of people failed on that play. Like they just were. I don't know what the hell happened there, but I'm going to blame McKenzie.
Certainly showed that on TV.
Now, what do you guys think about that? Because I didn't think that was a big deal. I
loved it. What? I love when I see passion like that. He's so mad.
Thank you.
That is probably what every Buffalo fan is feeling the same way.
Absolutely.
People are so dumb. I don't understand why they make big deal out of nothing. I don't get it. I love that.
Yeah, me too. But he says Gabe Davis, what the fuck that drop? Listen, it wasn't so much a drop. He kind of got it hit out of his hand. But normally, Gabe Davis would have held on to that. But I got to tell you, Gabe Davis was not Gabe Davis. That he's still lingering with the ankle. Yeah. And I don't even think you see him play this weekend. And I don't think he should even play that game. I'm telling you, ankle injuries are tricky, man. Very tricky. You may feel good, but when you go to actually physically cut.
You put the pressure. Yep.
I mean, that real pressure. And let's just say he even rolled it again in that game, which you don't know when he did. They're not zooming in on ankles. He could have tweaked it real quick because let me tell you, when you have an ankle injury, your ankles get weaker and weaker and weaker. I don't care who you are. And it's easier to sprain. I promise you he sprained it again in that game or twisted it, and he just wasn't the same. He just wasn't right. Like, I know. So I doubt you see him even play this weekend. I'm going to be dead honest with you, Scott. So I'm not going to give him like that only because of what happened, his injury. I'm going to give it to McKenzie because McKenzie had the opportunity. Just saying. So yeah, he's the Buddhist man. So we're going to go to, let's see here. We're going to go to the styling and profiling. And I got to find where is this styling?
Styling and profiling. Woo!
All right. So styling and profiling, go to you, Trevor.
Dietrich Wise Jr. had an incredible game last week. Again, he was making the best of trying to contain Lamar Jackson. He got 3 sacks in the first half.
I think so.
The 3 sacks. Just really done really well. Really was the anchor for that defense, especially in that the first half of the game. Dietrich Wise is my style and profiling.
Wait a minute, hold on, Scott. Are you saying you sprained your ankle and Cheetos went flying, and the 8 dogs left? I'm gonna guess. Am I reading that right, guys? Because I don't know what he's talking about. It's Cheetos that the 8 dogs love. I did the same thing with Cheetos. I'm gonna guess you fell and Cheetos went flying, and then maybe the dogs ate them. I don't know. By the way, I've had that happen. I have fallen, and my dog's eating my meal out of my plate. Fucking dog. But it is what it is on the floor. Anyways, Juan, go ahead. Dude. It happens, bro. Bro, I've twisted I've had so many ankle injuries, guys, because I used to play basketball for the longest time. I broke my left ankle. Anyways, anything I swear to God, I could step on a stone now, a little pebble, and my ankle will give out. Like, it's the weirdest thing, bro. And it hurts like a son of a bitch, bro. So I'm telling you,
for that reason,
it hurts.
too.
Dude, ankle injury. You know what's so funny too? Not to get too off topic, but I played basketball for the longest time, and I never even had a sprain. I guess I got lucky, and how old was I? 19, and I'm playing a pickup game, and I broke my ankle. So imagine, I didn't know what even a sprain felt like. I had no idea what to do. I couldn't even walk for like almost a year. It took for me forever, and bro, it was the most painful thing ever. And my whole game changed. I never wanted to go back to like drive to the hoop again. I was all outside and passing. Like it's a pain you don't want to feel, bro. It is really hurts, bro. So, and yeah, and a funny story. I was walking to my door 3 months ago. I had Wendy's bag. I felt like such a big fat ass. I fell. My twist of my ankle and fell. And Wendy's went flying all over. I don't know if people saw and laughed. I'm sure they did. And anyways, go ahead. Big fat guy with Wendy's falling. Like, I wish I recorded myself and played it here. You guys would have loved it. But anyways, go ahead, Juan.
It's a little tough. Dietrich Wise really did play amazing in this game. I might have to repeat from last week too and go with the line. Go with Cole Strange in the offensive line. The offensive line was pretty good. So again, not a bad draft pick. It's just that it's kind of hard to pick some of these players now because the team is so ain't no bueno. Kind of hard to put this when the team don't deserve shit. So my extra swearing this week. If you haven't noticed, there's a reason.
So nobody there.
I go with the offensive line again.
Offensive line, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
But.
All right, so we'll do the last one, which is the what's up with that.
I said, oh, love, what's up with that? I said, what's up with that? What's up with that? E.T. likes Reese's Pieces.
All right, Trevor, what's up with that, man?
What is up? Well, this week's primetime football. And you probably wonder what do you mean by that. The snooze fest we've gotten in the premier games we got this week. Tampa Bay and Green Bay. Was one of the
last week.
Yeah, last week.
Oh.
Some of the worst play calling I've seen from Matt LaFleur. What the hell was that? Score was 14-12. 14-12.
Mm-hmm.
And boring snooze fest. They had Denver and San Francisco. Complete snooze fest. First of all, I was high on Denver this year. This team sucks. Offensively, this is terrible. 250 reasons to pay Russell Wilson, I don't know.
Eli already went that far.
Yeah, he did. It was pretty bad. Pretty bad. And it wasn't until the fourth quarter of the Giants-Dallas game where we started to see some points. Now I'm wrong. I love defense, of course. But I hate seeing horrendous offense. Like, for instance, I see it almost every week with my own team in the Patriots. I see it in college with the Iowa Hawkeyes. Trash offense. Great defense, just horrible offense. It was terrible. I'm telling you, the last three prime time premier games of last week was just boring. Come on, you gotta do better than that. Offense needs to wake up and do better. It's an offensive league. Wake up.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Now, it's Scott with the super chat. I don't know what you're talking about with the Cheetos. I'm just saying, so he says know what Ken Dorsey did. How the freak you sprain your ankle on Cheetos? Listen, man, I don't know, but I'm sure I can. Okay, I'm sure I'd step on a Cheeto and somehow sprain my ankle. I'm just telling you, that's how weak my ankles are. Anyways, Juan, what you got, man?
So I got my what's up with that stolen. So I can expand on it because it's not just those games, it's offense as a whole in the entire season. If I'm not mistaken, I think I saw a stat where I think how many games have been played so far? Like 48. I think like almost 30 of all the games have hit unders this season so far. All the scores are really like low compared to what Vegas thought it was going to be. So like it's not just the prime time, it's basically all of them. The only team that was putting up offense is basically the two teams that are playing tomorrow, and you guys in Baltimore are basically and Atlanta. Atlanta putting up points too. Like that's basically it. Like every other team is not like Philly only scores for one half and they stop scoring for some reason. Right. Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like so those are the premier teams in the league. Like this quality to me is pretty bad football this year so far. So what's up with quality of football? What the fuck?
I don't get it. And what's up? I mean, I'll even though this is not my what's up with that, but what's up with the AFC? Like that we're supposed to be juggernauts,
right?
Like some of these teams, and they are looking like trash. The Raiders 0-3. The Broncos lucky to even have a couple wins. I mean, like Russell Wilson looking like the worst quarterback in the league.
This is going to show you right here how this season is. The Chicago Bears are 2-1, right? Did you know that their quarterback doesn't even average 100 passing yards this season?
No.
Damn.
He has 297 passing yards in 3 games. That's less than
which quarterback?
Justin Fields, the Bears quarterback.
Oh,
and they're 2-1. And he averages less than 100 passing yards a game. That
is so bad, season. Bro. Yeah, you're right.
And he might go 3-1 because they're playing the Giants tomorrow. So they might go 3-1 tomorrow. It's possible.
It's possible. Oh, Scott coming in. Okay, so when they ran out of time, I smashed a bag of Cheetos and they went all over the floor. Okay. My 8 dogs were in heaven. Of course, you hooked them up. That's the story. So I love Dorsey losing it. I did as well. Now I get it. But you didn't tell me they smashed Cheetos. I was just taking a guess. But anyways, my what's up with that is Wilkins grabbing Josh Allen's nuts. Oh, my style and profiling actually, right? Or did I tell you Josh Allen? Did I ever do style and profiling? I never said it, right?
No, you didn't.
Son of a bitch.
It's fine.
It's Josh Allen. It's Josh Allen throwing 63 times and doing everything in his power to win us the game. He made some mistakes, but no quarterback's perfect. He's playing like an animal. He is the best quarterback
without a pick, right? He didn't throw an interception, right?
Oh, no interception.
That's almost impressive.
He got away.
Attempts with no interceptions is very impressive, by the way. But
yeah. But he's just man. Like, if you saw him after the game, he was so physically drained. Like that was the worst I've ever seen Allen. Like physically, you know, like he was spent, man. And man, like he does everything. Like he's the guy you want on your team. Like he is the leader, 100%. Bro. He's gonna do everything in his power to win the game. Like everything. If he has to run, he's gonna freaking run. Right? Like that's just what he's gonna do. It doesn't matter. And I love him, man. I love him for that because you know some of these guys you see like the Russell Wilson. I got paid. you see where I'm going with this. Like Josh Allen, I don't think it's about the money. He just loves playing football. He's a football guy, and he's going to do everything for what, the team he plays on. That's the Buffalo Bills. So I love him. Anyways, my what's up with that is Wilkins for grabbing Josh Allen's nuts. Dirty ass player that Wilkins is. I think he's done this in college, he said, or something. So he's a dirty player. And then Josh Allen ain't going to take it. He ripped his helmet off. Of course, he got flagged. But man, come on, Wilkins. Stop grabbing people's nuts, bro. Like, that's one thing you don't do. You know what I mean? I know it gets dirty under the pile, and I get that. But you don't grab someone's nuts, bro. Like, you don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. What would you guys do if somebody grabbed your nuts in the pile? Would you be pissed, or would you just say,
I'd probably get suspended if I was on the team. I'd get suspended.
Yeah, and dude, trust me. Like Josh Allen, he's not gonna get heated over nothing, minor. You know what I mean? I already read that. Okay, so yeah, so let's move on to week 4, guys. So week 4 is here.
Wait.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
The rant.
I missed something.
Yeah, the rant.
No rants. I'm gonna leave the rant for last.
Because you okay? All right, no problem.
Yeah, that'll be our last to go. Yeah, no, that's all right. Just figure we'll leave that for last. Okay, so week 4, we already know Dolphins, Bengals. Bengals came back. That actually was a close game for a minute, and Bengals did just enough. That score, honestly, 27-15, it was closer than what the score tells. It really came down to the interception at the end that sealed the deal. Because I thought the Dolphins defense has been playing very well the last 2 weeks. I got to give them credit. They stepped up, but they lost Howard. I don't know how long he's going to be gone for. His leg looked like something with his hand or groin or hamstring or something like that. Thanks. Yeah, so that's not good. Who knows when your quarterback's going to be back? But I told you guys, Bridgewater's a very serviceable backup quarterback. I thought he came in and did just fine. I didn't think he was that bad. He led them on a touchdown drive. But they lost 27-15. Bengals are not a good team. Like I'm sorry, they are not. That is a bad team. They have no protection for Joe Burrow. Anyways, so your guys' thoughts on the Dolphins losing to the Bengals 27-15? Any thoughts?
I hate Thursday. I don't like talking about Thursday games because anything that happens Thursday doesn't happen in the reality of the world. I've been saying this for years. I don't know why this is a fucking thing. I hate the NFL. Those money hungry bastards have to put these games. There's no time for them to prepare a real game plan. It makes no.
Did you guys get this
coffee? I'm dead.
Did you guys get the job? Did you show me your coffee you guys are drinking in the morning? JA17 blend. It is delicious and it has all the greatest coffee beans in the world. So Trevor, Juan, go get JA17 today.
I'll check it out, but I'll stick with my Cafe Bustelo.
Yeah,
I'll stick with that.
I don't see Mac Jones coffee, MJ coffee.
Listen, if Josh Allen starts sponsoring Cafe Bustelo, I have no choice. Until then, just how Mama used to make it.
Would you guys buy Patricia's pencils if they sold pencils?
If I can stab them with it, sure.
Never mind, I had a joke for that. I'm not gonna say it. Yeah, Jesus.
Okay. Like, who the fuck wants a Patricia pencil? Break that shit.
Who wants Patricia? Period.
That's true. You're right.
Belichick.
You're right.
You know, bastard.
100%.
His wife.
All right, so you guys hate Thursday night football is what I got from you.
It's kind of ridiculous. Yeah.
I don't believe anything happens in the game. So,
Scotty asking me if it's good. So I'm gonna be honest with you, Scotty. So everything you see behind me, I don't open. So if you see behind me, I have the barbecue sauces, all the Josh Allens. I got a cereal over here, a couple boxes, and the coffee. I just keep it and put it. I'm not gonna drink Josh Allen coffee. Yeah. Now if they sell it at like if they start selling it at like Starbucks or something. Guess I'll try it, but no, I'm good. Anyways, so next game, Jets, Steelers. Let's start with the Jets guy. Okay, so let's go to Trevor Juan. Jets, Steelers.
I'm going with the Jets in this one. I'm going with the Jets.
Yes, Steelers are so bad offensively.
Yeah,
right, so
you want so bad offensively, and I do think that from a very young Jets defense, they could be able to get to Trubisky Oh, shit.
That's funny. You see that?
I didn't see it. I see that. They're able to get to Trubisky, make him uncomfortable, and they'll force turnovers. I think the Jets win this one. A low-scoring game, 21-17. The Jets win with Zach Wilson getting his feet wet back again. But yeah, I won the Jets.
Wow.
I went Pittsburgh because I'm going with Mike Tomlin as the player of the game. Where the Pittsburgh defense might get a touchdown off the Jets because I don't believe Zach Wilson is going to play very well since he hasn't played football in like a year. So I don't know how this is going to go. And the team was, like you said early in the show, Tommy, that team was starting to get synergy with Joe Flacco. They have to restart everything now because they putting in a quarterback now. So I went with Pittsburgh. I think the score for mine might be even lower than that. I might go 17-10 Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I can't. Sloppy. No one's watching the game. That I know.
No, it's a bad. It's gonna be a bad game, man. I think I don't think TJ Watt's back yet, right? A couple more weeks, right, or something like that, or a month away or something. But anyways, I still think this Mike Tomlin. You're going in Pittsburgh. Mike Tomlin going against a rookie or second year quarterback who's barely played, who wasn't that good last year to begin with. To be honest with you. They don't listen. That team is super young. Even if the Steelers don't score much, I still see them winning. I think it's going to be a low scoring game. I'm talking about low, like Packers Bucks last week. I'm going to say 17-10.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Something like, is that what you said? 17-10?
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly what I said.
Yeah. So 17-10, and it could be lower. It could be something like 14-12. I don't know. It could be something crazy like that, but I just don't. I think the Jets are going to stall, man. And maybe we're proven wrong. Maybe Zach Wilson comes out those 500 yards, 7 touchdowns.
I think if they win, it has to be because of their running backs in Jets. I don't think Zach was going to win them the game.
Brees Hall and Michael Carter.
It has to be the running back. So Pittsburgh's rush defense isn't that good. So that's probably the only way to get to them. So if they run the football correctly, then I think the Jets could win this game. But I don't know.
Yeah. We'll see. I don't think they're going to win in Pittsburgh. Dallas, what's going on, brother? I appreciate you popping in. If you've missed a lot of the show, so just watch the recap, brother. Anyways, so yeah, the next game, Patriots in Green Bay in the frozen tundra. So what do you guys got here? Talk to me.
Are you serious? You know that.
Yeah,
you know exactly what I'm going to pick.
Come on, he scored 12 points last week. I mean, come on. Give yourself some credit.
I'm going to. You know what? To make this a completely even game, the Packers should let Jordan Love play to make it an even game.
Nice. I like
that. I'm very sure if that happens, the Patriots are going to win. I'm 95% sure of that. I will bet that Jordan Love plays tomorrow, the Patriots are going to win. The Patriots defense will score 3 touchdowns. I'm telling you right now. So no, they need to keep Aaron Rodgers' ass right there if they want to win that game.
So if they keep Aaron Rodgers in this game, we're going to lose this game. Brian Hoyer has lost the last 11 starts.
Oh, yikes. That's bad. I didn't know that. Okay.
I mean, for those who don't, for the Patriots fans who don't remember, do you remember that weird Monday night game against the Chiefs? It was supposed to be on
2020.
2020. It was supposed to be on Sunday night, but COVID had completely had other plans. Hopefully YouTube doesn't get us in trouble for that. But yeah. Remember that game when Brian Hoyer, who was so god awful, that we lost a winnable game in Kansas City against the Chiefs, who's that bad. And who else did you expect? Come on, Brian Hoyer gonna do anything? Brian Hoyer, the destroyer. Come on, get the fuck out of here. Green Bay's gonna win this game at least by touchdown.
Where's Tyrod Taylor at? I know he's suing the doctor.
The Giants.
Is he? That would have been a decent backup for you guys, I think. Right? I think you guys would.
Patricia at OT, no, there's no such thing.
Oh, you're right. It doesn't matter who you have.
No.
All right, sorry about that. Go.
What's good? Green Bay wins. I'll say 24-13.
24-13.
Yeah.
Okay. So not a total ass whooping. That's
it's not going to be an ass whooping tomorrow. The Green Bay Packers are inept on offense too, and the Patriots defense is good and 100%. Mostly healthy. So it's gonna be another ugly game that I will barely glance at. I'll have it in the corner somewhere in the TV.
Yeah.
And I think over the over and under is 39 is gonna go under that. And I think the spread is 9.5 Green Bay. I'm willing to bet right now they won't cover that 9.5, and they're only gonna win like 20 to like 14 something. Watch some or 20 to 12, 4 field goals. Book it now. Watch the New England Patriots lose 20 to 12, 4 field goals for New England Patriots.
I have a very similar score. I have 29. I have you guys goals. I don't think you'll get in with Hoyer. Yeah, I would be shocked. The only way you score a touchdown, honestly, is like a breakout run. I can see like a breakout run.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And maybe you get down to like the 1 or a turnover on defense could score a touchdown. You guys did it no. I'm thinking the Dolphins did it against you guys, right? No, you guys did it against the Dolphins, didn't you?
No.
Who was the week? It was you. They did it on you guys, on Mac Jones. That's right. But I could see that though for you guys. I could see like a defensive turner, like a turnover in their end zone or like close to the red zone, and then you guys scoring on like a Stevenson run, like a gimme, a 5-yard cheapy run. But I still right now, if you guys don't get like a turnover near the end zone, like red zone, I see a field goal city, man. 9, 12, something like that points. And I don't think the Packers are that good offensively either. So I'm going to give them like that 20, 21, somewhere around there. All right, let's get to the last game. Bills versus Ravens in Baltimore. We still all have injuries, obviously. I don't think Gabe Davis is going to play. He hasn't been ruled out yet, but it's not looking good. Ed Oliver, from what I heard today, some source said he won't be playing again, which is fine. No Jordan Phillips, which we knew. We do have some people returning. I think Mitch Morse will be returning, which is good. I think Dane Jackson is returning, which is crazy, which is good for us. Oh, by the way, our Xavier Rhodes already got hurt. We just picked him up Monday. If anyone doesn't know, now you know. He's already hurt his hamstring, so that was a great pickup. He's already shelved up. So we just have the worst luck. Oh, and the offensive lineman that we picked up also hurt his foot in practice. So like 2 guys we picked up on Monday both hurt within 3 days. Wonderful. So we have some people returning and some people not. I still think it's enough to beat Baltimore. I think Frazier knows the key to beating Lamar. We took care of business, and we played terrible in 2020 on offense. It was our defense that kept them in check. And at that time, they had more weapons. They had Marquise Brown, a receiver. Right now, Lamar's kind of limited with Andrews. The other receivers okay, but you could sell like you have to play a bad defense to get burnt, and we're not a bad defense. So I can't see him beating us on the long ball. I think we'll play a zone, a typical zone defense that we do, rush 4, keep a tracker on a Lamar. We'll be just fine. Our offense, I think we'll get back on track. Even though we're missing Gabe Davis, I still think we win this game. They have a terrible pass defense, terrible. Last in the league last year. I think Josh Allen eats up again. The only thing I will say, though, is it will be, from what I'm hearing, a rain and windy game because of the hurricane. So that could maybe change things a little bit. And you could possibly see Josh Allen running the ball a lot more because apparently we don't like using our running backs. But I still think we win. I still think we have enough firepower to hold off on this victory. So I'm going to go. I thought I did a score prediction the other day. I'm going to go 33-17. 33-17. I think the Bills win. What do you guys got? Score prediction on that guy?
Baltimore. No, I'm sorry, Baltimore. Buffalo should win this game 30-20. 30-20. I think that Buffalo will dial up on, like you mentioned before, dial up on Lamar Jackson and force him to throw the ball. I think it falls right into you guys' hands. Y'all win 30-20.
All right, Juan, what you got, man?
I'm going with an upset. I'm going Baltimore over the Bills. It's mainly
that would be an upset.
Weather. It's mainly because of the weather. I hear he's going to be real bad down in Maryland right now.
Getting that hurricane kind of win.
Yeah. And then Baltimore is usually an interesting place to play too. It's not one of the easier stadiums to play in. They have some doo-doo down there. I don't know what's up in Baltimore, but it's weird down there. And Lamar's playing out of his ass all year so far.
He is. He's playing. Yeah, he's playing good. I just think Frazier has the key. Frazier.
I hear that.
Frazier dials it up. Yeah, I don't know what listen, Frazier made the only thing I can say about Frazier that and McDermott too, he's just as much blame, is they like tense up in big moments, like on big downs. Like, I don't get it, man. Like 3rd and 22, there's no excuse. Like, what are you doing there? Send somebody, put some pressure on him. You can't bro, I don't care what quarterback's back there. If you give him all the time in the world, eventually a guy's gonna get open. It's just the way it works. So I don't even know if I blamed Jaquan last week for getting beat by what's his name? I forget his name, but still, like, bro, Tua had all the time. If you rush Tua, especially Tua does not move in the pocket. Like, he is he's a pocket quarterback. He is not a Lamar Jackson where you got to worry about, if we rush, boom, we just gave Lamar all that open field if he gets loose. Tua wasn't going anywhere. If you rush him, you see what happens. Concussion City. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to make fun of him, but he's going to crumple. You're going to grab him. You're going to toss him like a doll rag, and he's done. He is not like a Josh Allen. He is not a mobile quarterback, and he should be. It's weird, but I think he just suffers so many injuries. He is staying in the pocket, man. He is not a mobile quarterback. But anyways, yeah, that's that. So let's get to the rant of the week, which I know Trevor's been waiting on, and we will get to. Let's see, what we're going to do. We're going to do.
It is more about them than it is about the team. I cannot play with them. Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it. I want winners.
Damn. Guy's serious, bro. Now, see, that guy wouldn't care about the concussion rule.
Oh, Singletary? I don't know. He wouldn't.
Get out there. I want winners.
I want to win. God, he's a bad coach. Great linebacker.
All right. Trevor, yeah, dude. He wasn't. I swear to God, dude. If he was in a different era, he might have been a decent coach. Like, I didn't think he was that bad. I just think players were not. They were like, they didn't like that style, you know. But anyways, Trevor, go ahead, man. I know you've been down. What's up?
Have fun.
Okay. I want you all to understand something.
Here we go.
And some of you may already get it, but whatever. But the NFL doesn't give a shit about player safety. Never had, and possibly never will. Because the NFL, even though this is a league that we've grown to love over the years, we're passionate about the league, we're passionate about our sport, passionate about our teams, but the NFL doesn't give a shit about its players whatsoever. Here's this. What happened in Miami last week, the Tua Tagovailoa, was egregious. We can agree egregious. We can all agree with that. What happened on Thursday night was just the straw that broke the camel's back for me. The NFL doesn't give a shit about player safety. This is the same league that has seen an increase of ACL tears, MCS, a lot of leg injuries in the last 5-6 years due to turf. Some places like MetLife Stadium, who is known for the turf being so bad they tear the ACLs there.
Sterling Shepard.
Yes, Washington.
Oh yeah.
Listen, the FedEx Field, one of the worst fields in football. But we'll get to them more in a second because they have a lot of problems. You know, they have a lot of their turf injuries. You know, screwing up on players' knees, both away and at home. This is the same franchise that literally misdiagnosed one of their offensive players for cancer. You guys remember that? Trent Williams was diagnosed with cancer, and he said, "Oh no, he's not." He almost died. Where was the NFL to hold Washington accountable? We already know Washington is going through some bullshit already with their owner, the stadium, and anything bad, racism. Anything bad with Washington is there. What about the charges? Where their team doctor almost killed Tyrod Taylor. You punctured his lung, almost killed him. Where was him? It was the NFL to hold him
He's
accountable.
still employed by the
And
way.
still employed.
I know he's suing. He's suing him. He's gonna get paid, by the way. He'll get that money. Yeah.
The man should not only be fired, he's probably be in jail. But let's be honest, you can't be that bad at your job and screw up that bad and not be held accountable. But
Yeah, I don't.
Wait, there's more. It's more. The NFL just came off recently settling with the concussions lawsuit. They're saying that that they did really bad with the foreign players who suffer CTE. CTE is a real thing.
Yeah, that's Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown.
Yeah, 100%.
Apparently, he became an exhibitionist now, from what I heard.
Horrible.
The new thing.
Oh yeah, almost forgot.
Wow.
Oh yeah, we can't forget about Indianapolis, whose GM at the time literally almost had their franchise quarterback killed to where he had to retire early because he almost died from a punctured rib. That was
kidney.
And his kidney almost, the lacerated kidney almost killed him.
Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck was a once in a generation talent, and he had retired early because he almost died. And you tell me the NFL didn't go to Indianapolis and say, "Hey man, this is ridiculous. Like, what are y'all doing to protect him?" The man's literally coughing up blood on the field, and his owner said, "Hey, it's all in his head. It's all in his head. Head, the brain." Tua Tagovailoa had no business being on the field, but they were more focused on winning. They're more focused on winning than a man
ticket sales,
whatever, just than a man's life. The man that you feel that you may or may not feel he's the franchise of your team, but he's there now, and you put his life at risk. Let alone his football career, his life at risk.
But the NFL's focused more on attire. You want to find players for wearing different things that you want. That's what they're focused on.
Oh yeah. But
we probably shouldn't expect any NFL sponsorships anytime soon. By the way.
Oh no, listen, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. They don't give a shit about player safety. The fact that we all seen it. We may not play professional football, but we know that he's not right out there. And you let him go out there anyway. What's the point? What's the point of saving the players from themselves when you let them go play anyway? And then they go about, we're gonna hold the independent specialists accountable. We're gonna fire him. And what the fuck is that gonna do? The man can. And then what makes it worse? They're saying that Teddy Bridgewater will probably be ready if he's ready to go next game. If he's ready to go, if Tua's ready to go, if he's ready to go.
This is also the same league where there was a guy who went through a car accident 4 days ago, and they just ruled him out. In Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
Oh, Garrett. Yeah.
Yeah.
He went through a car. I think it was Wednesday when we went through a car accident. Did you see that car?
And you tell me.
I didn't see the pictures, bad. I didn't see it.
Dude, what? It's like it went through a compactor, his car.
No way, really?
Absolutely.
See, I didn't see it. Maybe I could pull it up while you guys are talking.
They ruled him out. This is also the same league where Jameis Winston has been playing with 4 broken vertebrae in his back since week 1. Just saying. Yeah. That's not excusing that he sucks because he sucks. But I'm just saying he's been playing with a broken back the entire year. I'm just adding to Trevor's point.
Talking about trying to save players from themselves, but yet you still continue to make the same mistakes over and over again. The NFL is late to the party all the time, whether it's social issues, whether it's certain things that just common decency would tell you, common sense tell you, hey, listen, maybe you should get ahead of this. But no, they don't. They care about money. They care. Oh, another thing too. You care about player safety, but yeah, we have Thursday night football. The players complain. Every single time. We don't want it. But the owner said more money. It doesn't help that their players union is garbage. That they can't vote. That the players as a whole aren't unified like baseball to where they can get things done, and they continue to let the owners completely. The word I want to say I can't say because I don't
destroy them in CBA talk. Yes. I'll clean it up for you.
Yes, thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
It's
look at that.
It's embarrassing.
It's like you never play Street Fighter. You know when we have to break the car with Ryu. That's what it looks like. Look at that car, and they just now said that he's not gonna play. No shit, he's not gonna play.
The point is this. The point is this. They don't care, but yet we're still gonna watch. Because at the end of the day, it's just a vicious cycle, and they know they can get away with it. They can get away with it, and it's sad. I hope Tua's okay, and I hope he's able to play again. As far as because two concussions in 4 days is ridiculous.
He had a super concussion, bro.
And then for Miami, the last point before I get up, Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins had had a terrible offseason off the field, tampering, your coach accusing you guys of being racist, and now this, your head coach, Mike McDaniel, I'm gonna come at you too. You cannot be this clueless. You've been in the NFL, you've been in football long enough to know something's wrong. Something's wrong. But no, you're so more focused on winning. I get it, but a man's life is at stake, and you drop the ball. The Miami Dolphins failed him. They failed him. The NFL failed them. And
mind you, they're undefeated, by the way, before Thursday.
And mind you, this is the same sport. It's the same sport who bent the rules so where you're protecting the quarterback, and Tua Tagovailoa is one of 32 starting quarterbacks you're trying to protect, and you failed him. You let him go out there and literally head scramble like eggs and everything, and you allowed him to play anyway, and you didn't care. Y'all would never have done that if it was Tom Brady. You would have never done that to Aaron Rodgers. You would have never done it for Josh Allen. Why Tua Tagovailoa? Why?
Well, Scotty coming in saying you, Mr. Trevor, deserve Hall of Fame with that rant that you just did. Now, I want to say something. NFL, I love your sport. You could come and sponsor me anytime. I think Trevor's totally in the wrong for what he said there. Disagree.
Nice.
I think you guys are doing a great job with your players, and you're doing everything right. Keep up the good work, NFL.
Good
All
job,
right.
Thank you, Scott. Hold on.
Hey, he put padded helmets at practices, pal. What more do you want, man?
Padded practice. Padded. Yeah.
Put the padded helmets. Okay, we're on the right track, man. NFL's doing the right things, man. Listen. They're giving us Thursday night football, pal. Giving us Sunday night football, Monday night football. We're going to London, baby. NFL. We love you around here, man, in this neck of the woods. Mafia Sports Report. NFL, come sponsor me. Come on. Trevor, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Tua's fine. He'll be fine. He had a back injury. Put him back in there. Rush him back in there. Let's see him play some more football. The doctors know what they're talking about. All right. So on. Any rants you got? Golly.
Why would I try to follow that? This is not
right. I you know what's funny, Trevor? Mine was gonna be I had rant of the week. I wrote down Dolphins. And you already it's not like Dolphins. I guess I'll say a little bit. Dude. Their owner, first of all, that team is a disaster, total disaster. You guys know, if everyone knows me, you guys know I'm good friends with Curtis, who is a diehard Dolphins fan. He writes Dolphins stuff. I think he's writing a book. I don't know. Anyways, he's diehard. Been a fan forever. And I initially emailed him, I think on Tuesday, and I was like, man, I don't know. What do you think about that Tua thing? And he was like, at first, it was kind of funny because at first he was like, well, the doctors said it went. I said, bro, really? I said, all the crap, because Curtis gives me a lot of crap, guys, on Josh Allen taking hits. And I said, listen, guys, no joke. Week 1, we did a show with Curtis. I did. And he had all this videotape on Josh Allen taking hits and his head getting rocked back. Josh Allen never got up and looked like he got ran over by a car, right? He was fine. And I'm like, bro, all that stuff you talk about, Josh Allen, your quarterback gets pushed, right? Pushed, falls down, and looks like he's drunk, like he's been drinking the whole day. Clearly a concussion. Don't give me that crap about the doctor telling me he's good to go. That is a bunch of phony baloney. Bro, come on. I think a 90-year-old guy could tell you that guy don't look right. That is not a back injury. Stop with the bullshit. And then Curtis like, well, I got to look at it. And finally Curtis the other day, he's like, yep, that shit was a concussion. I'm like, yeah, no shit. And if I can see it and you guys can see it, doctors on Twitter and whatever can see it, right? Everybody, but the head coach doesn't see it. Really? Nobody. Okay, fine. Let's say the head coach had terrible, couldn't see it. He was in a bad part of the field. Bro, they have so many Dolphins staff people. You got people in the box, right? You got coaches in the box. You got other people in the organization that are watching probably from different angles of the field. Not one guy picked up on that. Are you serious right now? So shame on the Dolphins. I get the NFL has a part. They play a part in this. But let's be real here. The Dolphins, that is your player. Every team, like those are your employees. That isn't you, right? So you got to take care of your employees. And Tua is an employee by the Miami Dolphins. The coach is in charge. He is your manager, right? If I go to work, if you work at Taco Bell, you slip on the ground, you bang your head, and you get up in your woozy, and they put you back on the line, bro, you should be able to sue the shit out of Taco Bell, right? Like, come on, man. Clearly he wasn't right. So, and somebody had a saw. Somebody saw. So, shame on the Dolphins. That's on the Dolphins, bro. And I don't, bro, their coach is phony baloney. I don't give a shit what he says. That weak-ass press conference he did on Thursday when he was like, it's the player. He talks so weird too. I gotta try to mimic him, but he's just like, what was he saying? They're doctors and he knows brain matter. Like, what are you talking about? You don't have eyes, bro. That guy is fucked up on Sunday and he's seriously fucked up today. You dropped the ball. So don't blame the doctors, because even if the doctors got tricked and fooled, which apparently they did, it's still ultimately it's his decision. Because listen, there could be a player that gets hurt in the game. Let's just say, forget a concussion. Let's say a shoulder injury, right? And the guy's like, I can make it, coach. The coach could be like, no, bro, you can't, bro. I can't risk it, man. He could have still told you, nah, man. I don't know, man. Something ain't right. Even if he believed it was a back. By the way, that concussion thing is also back related. They say in the terms something about your spine. Well, back is your spine, right? It keeps you up. Like if he's having a tough time walking, maybe you should not put him in. If he's that, bro, if it was his back and he literally fell on the ground, why would you even attempt to have him back? So now you're risking that he gets paralyzed because he can't walk. So get the hell out of here with that. That's bullshit. The Dolphins knew better. They didn't care. They were caught up in the moment of the game, and so was Tua, and that's a competitive thing. I don't even know if I blame Tua for lying. And who knows if his brain was even right, where he felt like he had something wrong. He could have really, truly thought it was his back. Mentally. He could have been like, no, man, that was my back, bro. Like, and maybe he didn't realize because he was so fucked up. So, no, man. No. That's on the Dolphins. That's on the coaching staff. You got to protect your players, bro, because, listen, I love Josh Allen. I do. And as important as the game would be, if that happened, if it was roles were reversed and Sean McDermott didn't pull Josh Allen and that happened next week, I would be pissed. I would be pissed, even if we won, because that's not worth it, bro. So I promise you guys, Tua will not make it long in this league. He won't. He's already breaking. Like he was already broken, cracked, or whatever you want to call it, right? Like you got a cracked pitcher. Like he's already breaking, right? Like you know how like a window shield has a little crack in it to start, and it gets
on. You know how you put up a portrait? It's dangling. He's on one leg, one nail.
That's it. Yeah. I'm telling you, man. And he will not make it in this league. He won't. He is very fragile as is. And what happened on Thursday? Now he's even more susceptible, bro. Concussions will come even easier, bro. So, whatever, man. Good luck. If that's what you're relying on, I wish you the best, but it's only going to get worse. Yeah, man. Blah blah blah. That guy's so weird. I don't know. I don't know what to think about.
I don't know
him.
how.
We'll
I don't know how he didn't see the concussion with them Jeffrey Dahmer bifocals he got on his face. But other than that,
right? Yeah, I don't. He's a weird dude, man. Like I don't know what to think about him. I mean, I give him credit because he's coaching well, but not. How do I put the term? He's not. He's good with the X's and O's, maybe, but everything else he's really failing at. Like everything. So we'll see how long that lasts. But good luck. Thank God I'm not a Dolphin fan. And those stupid Dolphin fans. A lot of them are agreeing with what like the Dolphins did. Like, don't be stupid. Stop it. Come on, man. Be realistic here. That was a dumb move. Really stupid move. But whatever. Not my team, not my problem. So, guys, I want to say, Scott in the chat, thank you for coming. Mike, Triggs, everybody that stopped by, man. Once again, we appreciate you guys. And listen, man, listen, guys, once again, I don't want to keep doing it on my channel. I swear to you, this isn't my doing because it would have been on Trevor and Juan again, but they have computer issues or something. Did you fix the computer yet?
Yes.
Okay. So here's the deal. If Captain D cannot go live next week, which probably won't be the case, I'm going to be honest with you. We're going to be on Trevor and Juan channel. We can't keep doing it. This was not the plan to be on my channel every goddamn weekend. So either Captain D next weekend, guys, or we're going to go on Sports Dynasty Podcast, more than likely Sports Dynasty Podcast. So once again, if you haven't subscribed to Sports Dynasty Podcast, go now, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you guys next week at 6 o'clock on Saturday. Guys, thank you for joining me once again. I'll see you next Saturday. Go Bills. We are out of here. Peace.